and so forth, mimi ndio kweli the leader of this family now. Lakini kwa kisiasa wacha mimi naamsha Gideon. Gideon kuja. Kwa kisiasa itakuwa huyu, sivyo? So kwa hiyo maneno ya kisiasa mimi nimesema nimempea huyu hiyo rungu, lakini si ile ya mzee kawaida, lakini ndio hiyo na yeye akiregarega ama si mimi niko hapa, si mimi niko, kwani hata mimi sistaki, mimi niko, basi lazima afanye kazi.
Hata kushika hii rungu anyway, nitashika and I'll do my best na nitajaribu nikiweka Mwenyezi Mungu mbele. Mengi tutasema baadaye, lakini asanteni familia, asanteni jamii ya jamii wetu wa Kalenjin, asanteni. Mungu awabariki, asanteni. Nitaomba tu.
All right, so that's Raymond and his brother handing over the baton, and apparently that now becomes, Gideon Moi becomes the face of politics in the Moi family. I'm curious about what your thoughts are, and I want to begin with you, Caleb Kositani. Where do we go from here?
Well, I think as a Kalenjin, and as is our tradition, President Moi was not an ordinary person. President Moi is, in our tradition, he was a king. He was the leader of the entire Kalenjin nation, who rose to become the leader of Kenya for 24 years as president and 12 as deputy president. In our culture, we do not discuss issues of succession when we are still in the mourning period, let alone even before we bury. So as a person who is a family member of the Moi through marriage, my brother was married to his daughter Jennifer, I will wish not to discuss anything to do with the Moi family now, because they are still within the 40-day period of mourning. And when a king falls, we actually mourn for 1 year before we start even thinking of any decision before the clan elders meet and the entire Kalenjin elders meet, because Kalenjin is formed of about 7 to 10 sub-tribes. They will all have to meet elders from all that community, will sit down, and they will agree and they will identify somebody. And then there will be a major ceremony. If you remember, there was a ceremony sometime in 2005 in Eldoret, whereby Deputy President William Ruto was crowned as a Kalenjin elder, which went through a lot of ceremonies. But he was not crowned as the leader because President Moi was still alive and was still recognized as an elder. And as you know, we cannot have two leaders in a community at one go. The way we normally say, you cannot have two bulls in one boma. So let us allow the family to mourn. Let us respect the culture of the Kalenjin. Let that matter go. After 1 year, or when the elders feel it is now possible or it is now the right time to talk about it, then let those issues be brought up.
But I'm curious about the system of elders. Are they one unit for the entire community?
That is why Sam, I said the elders from the Sabaot community, from the Nandi, from the Tugen, from the Kipsigis, from the Marakwet, from the Keyo, from all those will meet.
So the elders that crowned the deputy president in 2005, which sub-tribe do they come from? Or are they the global?
Oh, yes, they are the global. Including church elders.
So what does that say about the events of Wednesday afternoon when you saw Raymond handing the baton to Gideon, and they had been escorted by some elders that were behind them?
That was a family matter. If you remember what the elder who came, Korir, somebody who is known to me, he says this is the Kapchepkeres family. That is the Moi family unit. That was not the entire Kalenjin family unit.
Okay, yeah. Honorable Kamket, you come from the Kanu party, and I presume that you're close to the Senate of Baringo. So what is this? What is the significance, bearing in mind what he has just said? I don't know whether that's the correct position, but what is the significance of the events of that Wednesday afternoon?
First of all, as a member of KANU and as a very close friend to the senator, I want to thank Kenyans for showing up and showing love to the late president now. It was amazing, the kind of love they showed to President Moi. Now, coming to this matter of the handing over of the baton to Senator Moi, I do not want to go the route Caleb has gone, because it is restricting us as a community to a long period of sorrow. Granted, there's that respective period, period of mourning. But what happened on Wednesday was, you know, power abhors vacuum. So the issue of the vacuum was being addressed, that this is the home of a leader, and the leader has passed on. There has to be a successor. And so the handing over of the baton to Senator Moi was to fill that gap. Now, after you had the Secretary General Nick Salat saying that after 40 days we will come together now as a leadership of KANU, and now we'll have the elders of the Kalenjin nation, including my own Pokot community, to now come and confirm what happened on Wednesday. So that was just a bit of caution.
Will you come to confirm or to make a decision? Because he appears to say that...
No, to confirm.
That's a different decision.
No, we will be coming to confirm. As the leaders or elders of Kalenjin nation will come to confirm, because that already, the baton has already been handed to Senator Moi. All right?
But he challenges that process.
No, because he challenges because he's a supporter of Deputy President. What is happening now is that in the Kalenjin nation, there are two competing interests, right? There will be the camp of the Deputy President and the camp of Senator Moi. That is what, so, and practically speaking, that is the situation on the ground. So there's going to be a very serious political contest between those two moving forward. But for now, what we are saying is that there is going to be division among the community in terms of who supports Gideon Moi and who supports William Ruto. That is the practical situation on the ground. Okay, and from what I am observing as a practical politician, not as a political observer, a practical politician on the ground. You know, politics is a numbers game. It's a game of numbers, and the formations we are seeing through BBI and other processes, the formations we are seeing happening now seem to be favoring Senator Moi. in as far as the contest for 2022 will come. Okay. Because it's a game of numbers.
Honorable Kimani, so you come from Nakuru County.
Can I finish that point?
I will allow you the chance after him. So you come from a county that you say you are chairman of KANU for 10 years when President Moi was in office. And now watching his son receiving the baton, and at the same time, he raises the question of the deputy president as also a front runner in the Rift Valley, and he actually alludes and says that Senator Moi would have the numbers more than the deputy president. First of all, what do you make of that passing on of the baton?
Well, thanks so much. I think I'll stick on the passing on that, Nini. That's all, because that's where the issue you have asked. You have not asked the numbers. You have not asked who succeed, who fighting on the ground. That was not the issue. For me, I would say, for the family, that was the right thing. Because this is the family. And just showing who is there in the side of politics in that family. And also, Raymond, he's more senior. He has said himself he will be dealing with the other things when the senator is doing with politics. That is proper, because
people would have asked so many questions. Who is leading now this family? And they have cleared the air that a senator, he is in charge of that house politically in that family. That was okay myself. I have no problem with that. I don't want to yumba saying, oh, he has more people than what, because let's be talking the reality sometimes.
What is that reality?
The reality is, can the MP tell me in Baringo how many MPs do they have for Kanu? And how many MPs do the Deputy President have? If we want to say that as a Jubilee, let's not go in that. Because already we know that it's only him.
Maybe he knows the answer. How many are there?
Yes.
I think he should finish his point. So I want to answer him correctly. let him just finish that point.
How many members of parliament come from
in Baringo, we are 3 members of parliament. For Kanu, me, Senator Moi, and Gladwell Chirio, the women representative.
Okay.
And Jubilee has also 3. So
when you are saying the majority, and
but what I wanted to talk about what I wanted to talk about is not Baringo.
Okay.
So let me
finish. It was just a short question.
Let me finish.
Answer, yes.
Then if it's that, it is 3-3. Luto don't belong to Baringo. He belong to other community on the other side. If we can have a stake of half on that area, then we cannot say that he doesn't have any impact on the politics. And again, the politics number is not just talking where we are like now. Let's give it time 2022. Let's not talk about it. We shall be in the ground, people will be in the ground. But we were talking about the family. And that's the family I respect so much. Let me tell you how I respect this family. I came up with Moi myself. For 33 years, I've been knowing Moi, how he behaves, how he works. Because I was the chairman of Kanu in Nakuru district. That time it was 6 constituencies.
Right.
Which makes now the county. And that is the heart of the former president, the heart. Because that's where he stays, that's where he sleeps, that's where he wants to know what is going on, politics.
Okay.
And by that time, being a Kikuyu, myself, and removing the teach, the 2 fingers, in the history, who is 2 fingers, removing him, it was not a joke. So I know Moi, and that Muse was good. He likes the party. He knows his members. He has procedure of his members. And that's why even when he passed away, I'm the one who was giving people the bunches, because my office still had those bunches and manifesto and all those kind and ties. Even now.
Don't you think that's engaging in matters of a political party that you do not belong to?
No. I was in Kano for 10 years. I'm saying I was in charge. I had a store, which I've never finished. Kamket should come and help me. I know even he doesn't have ties or bunches. Let him come and help you. Okay. And also I give him the history of Kanu. That's the family I respected so much. And that's why you see, on 2017, I was trying to be engaged, being senior politically in Nakuru. I'm the chairman of all the MPs in Nakuru. And I was engaged to do politics in Rongai, so that maybe Jubilee can get that seat. And I refused because of the respect of the Mzee. I refused to do that when he's alive and he's seeing me and he knows where he has brought me and how we have come with him. That respect, I refused. Being a Jubilee, I cannot go and do the politics there. And don't forget, Rongai, that's where I was born. Myself. I was born in Rongai, but I respected him for that. The issue I've said of giving him
would you now campaign for Jubilee in that constituency? Would you now campaign for Jubilee in that constituency? Or will you respect Raymond Moi?
Well, now, when I have said what I've said, you can feel by yourself.
Okay, let's listen to what the Member of Parliament for Rongai and Nick Salat had to say in as far as the Kanu after the demise of Moi.
Tu ni kusema hivi, kwa vile mzee alituchunga sisi, kwa vile mzee alichunga Kenya hii, kwa vile mzee alichunga sisi wote, pia sisi tunamwambia huyu, tunamwambia Kanu iamke. Tunataka Kanu iamke. Tunajua tuko na BBI and we want to be part of that. Tunakubali BBI kabisa. Kama vile Mheshimiwa Odinga amesema, we are behind you and we are behind the president in trying to create a better Kenya for all of us.
We will be here, and Mheshimiwa Gideon Moi, we beg you to receive us, to receive
members of KANU who will be remembering Mzee Moi for 40 days because he gave a lot to our party. He did a lot to our party. And Moi, as much as he's gone, KANU is very much alive. KANU is very, very much alive.
All right, KANU is very much alive. And so he's very clear, Raymond Moi is very clear that they will be supporting the BBI. Does this hold the key to the fortunes of Senator Gideon Moi having received the baton? Would this mean fortunes for him politically?
Who are you directing it at? Is it me or Kamket?
It's exactly you, because he alluded to a bit of it, saying that BBI will create opportunities. But is that so? Will it yield?
Well, Sam, this BBI is an amorphous animal that is moving around. First of all, there's nobody who's opposing BBI, though some people are really looking for people to oppose BBI. But I think BBI, as it is not yet clearly explained. I don't know the reasons why BBI, I've read online the BBI 1, let me call it that, BBI 1 that was launched at Bomas. And I personally have no issues with it. I support that version of the BBI. We are being told now there is a second version that is being prepared. The way it is being done is very skewed. I don't think it is the right way to try and collect views from Kenyans. But personally, I think BBI is here with us. Let us go and let us move on. Let us have non-divisive rallies. Let us have BBI rallies that are accommodative of everybody, not like what we saw in Mombasa, Kitui, Kakamega, and Kisii. We are attending the BBI rally in Meru on the 29th. And as a friend of the Deputy President, I am going to be personally ask him that he attend that rally because we want to sanitize the BBI process.
Okay.
If it is about inclusivity, let us have all Kenyans. There should be this version whereby it seems that there is going to be a single person or a group of people who own BBI and they're the ones who are going to benefit from it. That should not be what we are marketing to Kenyans. We want BBI to be all inclusive, as we have been told by His Excellency the President. And I think the best person who should even attend the Meru BBI rally is President Uhuru Kenyatta himself. He does very well at marketing it.
You've gone into a topic before we got into it, but let me just take you back to the question. Will BBI herald fortunes for Senator Moi, who is now the face of the Moi politics?
Well, I don't think so. I think BBI is about Kenyans. It's not about any single individual benefiting from it. It's about Kenyans. But if it is about an individual benefiting from it, then we shall see. But I think BBI, as we've been told, is an all-inclusive, meant to be. Let me use the word meant to be, because as it is now, it's not coming out that it is an all-inclusive process. But I think it should be about bringing unity. It should be about healing political divisions in this country.
Okay, so you're close to the senator. What does he mean when he says nitajaribu? And when you say that BBI will mean fortunes, what exactly are you talking about?
Let me make it very clear this morning that Senator Moi will be playing a very big role in the succession politics of 2022. And as we talk about BBI, the elephant in the room is succession of President Kenyatta. And those of us who are in KANU and who are scheming and planning to take over power, we see very clearly that this is our chance. Mzee has prepared Senator Moi very, very, very well.
No, I need to clarify this. You said that Senator Moi will play a very big role in the succession politics of 2022.
Yes, yes.
Then you say Mzee has prepared Senator Moi. So what position will he be going for?
It is about the formation. You do realize that as we speak, we are working together very closely with President Kenyatta. We are working very closely with Raila Odinga. We are working very closely with Kalonzo Musyoka and even Mheshimiwa Mudavadi.
In 2022, President Kenyatta is not on the ballot.
Let me tell you this. Even when the Constitution says President Kenyatta will retire in 2022, he's not going to be a nobody.
What will he be?
President Kenyatta will be a leader of this country beyond his retirement. he's going to have so much influence, especially to where Mheshimiwa Kimani Ngunjiri comes from, central people. He will be the leader of the Kikuyu for the longest time in the foreseeable future. So he will have those who think that is going to be lame duck, they'll be in for a very road show.
I don't know what gives you the confidence to say that about Central Kenya, but when you say Senator Moi will play a big role, I want you to be very candid on this. And you talk about the formation. What exactly? Because, I mean, you look at the Rift Valley, they have alluded to it, he has alluded to it, that the deputy president is big in the Rift Valley. You might argue, you also said that there will be a contest between Senator Moi and Gideon Moi. It's very clear that the deputy president will be going for the presidency in 2022. How about Senator Moi?
Let me tell you that if you want to do a study on how not to run for president, you do a study on William Ruto. But that's a story for another day. But let me just say this.
You're running away from my question.
No, I'm coming to your question. You see, you want to push me to say what position Gideon Moi will run for. What I'm saying is that for us who are in the political matrix, we are looking at formation. Okay? And through BBI, we will sort out those issues at the right time.
Kamket confirming that BBI is about creating positions.
It is disrespectful to other leaders to say now that you're going to run for a particular office. All we are talking about is that there will be formations, and in that formation, we are playing big as part of the leadership. Okay. And when I look at and like I said, you know, politics is a game of numbers. Realistically speaking, it's a game of numbers. And when you look at the formidable formation that's coming between us, the people I've mentioned there earlier, then you see clearly that who is headed for government later and who is headed straight to opposition. So it's very simple. It's a question of choice for Kenyans as we move forward.
All right, you speak with a lot of certainty. Kimani,
I am certain. I am a practical politician, and I'm speaking with certainty because I am practical.
Okay, Honorable Kimani, I'll give you an opportunity to respond to this after the break, but first we take a look at some of the tweets that have been coming through. You've been tweeting us at Citizen TV Kenya, at Sam Gituku. The hashtag is daybreak. Olum, just as you said, that the succession script witnessed at Kabarak was penned before Moi's death. Gideon Moi will rise the political ladder and will soon surprise many. The ties between Kenyatta-Moi family should not be underrated. Isaac Muthusi, President Kenyatta won't leave legacy because he has formed Hexagon alliance with political perennial losers. Well, Raila, Mudavadi, Gideon Moi, Wetangula, Kalonzo. But do you know political genius Deputy President William Samoei Ruto can outshine all the six combined? That's Isaac Muthusi. Engineer Lazaro, you said that Gideon should now walk around the nation in order to build his own political kingdom. That's the only way of strengthening the significance of passing on Moi baton to him. Without that, it may render it just family affairs. Then Agumba Steve. Gideon Moi is well placed for succeeding the presidency given his silence and an involvement in the current succession politics and the opposition geared by Mount Kenya towards the deputy president. Let's watch the space. That's what you are saying. When you come back, we'll be listening to a few other things that were said during the funeral and also what Raila Odinga said about what has been touted as dynasties versus hustlers.